Hi all. Hi all. First of all, I have to apologize because I forgot to switch off the light, the ceiling light, when I was away, when I didn't need to use it. I forgot it, but the insect, I think, before I left the room, didn't move anymore, and there was also no sound. So I think the insect had already escaped or died inside the lamp. Had already died inside the lamp before. There is now another insect at the edge of the lamp, but outside. Maybe it was this one, but I don't think, because it was another type of insect that I saw and heard yesterday. I should have switched off the light, of course, when I left the room. I forgot it, and later when I remembered it, and this is my mistake, my guilt. I was too lazy to go up 2 floors, levels in the building to switch it off. I simply did what I was doing and didn't interrupt my activity to switch off this light. This is typical of me because it shows that I'm not following always my principles. I'm often too lazy or too undecided to really do what is right. In case of small things, yeah. So of things where I don't directly face a direct disadvantage, where there are no consequences. Because these insects, for it, should it still have been living, would have been a horrible death in not a peaceful dying process, but a very stressful one without dignity in this lamp that was lit, that was with emitting bright light and possibly also warmth. I put my finger there. It was not warm outside, but maybe it was warm inside. Certainly not very warm, but maybe a little bit warm. Yeah, and it's also in other cases, sometimes I let the computer run when I should switch it off in order to save energy, and also in order to have a new session with fresh software processes so that the computer runs fast. I often don't do that because I'm afraid of losing the state of the state of the session as it was. But I'm not using the old the windows, the browser windows that are open. I'm not looking at, or only looking at a few of them, and the other ones I wouldn't need. So I could restart it if I would invest 5 minutes in preparation for restarting a computer, and I don't, because as I don't invest these 5 or 10 minutes before restarting, the computer just runs and runs and runs. It's so stupid. And as not just stupid, but it's wrong. It's very objectionable or even damnable. Yeah. But I think this animal was probably dead. It was probably dead when I switched on the light in the early evening of today, respectively yesterday. Saturday evening, Sunday evening. Now it's Monday morning. But this is typical. I don't know what really happened. I have an excuse, yeah, or I have an assumption that everything was right, but I'm not sure. Maybe this animal was still living. It was an insect, yeah, and insects have no rights, so in our society, in our legal system, so I will not face any legal consequences, but the the consequences will be that, yeah, that the animal suffered, and you might now also be disappointed by me, and most horribly for me, for the insect it was, if it was still living, it was horrible, and for me it could be horrible one day when I am punished in a possible afterlife, in a possible hell or purgatory. Yeah. But I had to tell that. This was the most important thing that I had to say on video now, because if I stop saying these things, and maybe I will stop one day because I'm too lazy or too preoccupied with more important things, so-called more important things. Yeah, this is the beginning of the end. Yeah. When you don't care about the other creatures, other human beings, other animals. Yeah. In case of humans, when you don't represent their interests or their wishes, their needs, and in case of animals, also their needs and their dignity. Yeah. And plants, of course, too, because plants should also be allowed to live until they die naturally. It's not good. Whenever I hear a chainsaw, German eine Kettensäge, then I feel sad, because it's a tree that has to die, because we humans don't allow it to live longer. It's not good. Yeah, so I will make another video where I tell 2 things about interaction with you, with the people who watch these videos. Yeah, this will maybe be the last video of today then. I hope that you heard me, because I talked with very low voice, out of guilt also, sense of guilt. Yeah. Oh God. You have to do the right thing always, even if it's if you face no legal consequences if you don't. But you have to do the right thing. Also, when nobody watches, nobody knows. Yeah. So it's 3 o'clock in the early morning, 3 a.m. and 58 minutes, plus minus 1 minute. It's 0359 now. It's just 5:59 minutes now. Monday, 12th of November 2018. See you in the next video, and sorry for my laziness and indecisiveness and lethargy and lack of responsibility to alleviate the possible suffering of this small animal. Yeah. Because this will come back one way or another to me, because it's a weakness of character. It's, for example, I might lose valuable data on the computer, because I also don't, I make backup sometimes, but not systematically, and this is And I have a chaos in my room. Has also to do with it. I don't set priorities. I don't erledigen Dinge. I don't process and do and finish things when I should. And yeah, I am afraid of things one should probably not be afraid, at least not so much like me. And I have not enough structure. I'm struggling to be a more structured person, but I don't. I will never manage it. I'm just. This is really a wrong trait of character. Because of that, I'm also not able to do any high-level mathematics. It's just. I have also difficulties to focus on complex learning tasks, to really be committed to it, and this would be needed for a university study of mathematics, for example. You have to commit yourself, to persevere. You have to be patient and work hard. Yeah, this is everything I'm not able to. I'm impulsive and do that and jump from one thing to another. Don't like to throw things away. I don't distinguish between important and unimportant things. This is also the reason why I needed so long to finally create a new website for the Transhumanist Party of Switzerland. I will do it now. Now I really understand I have to do it, but I took me too long. It also took me too long to begin making videos on YouTube. Why haven't I done it before? I did a few ones in 2011. You can still see that. Sorry, you can still find them, but I should have done more in the meantime. And I'm also too childish. I'm childish in a too. I'm not in the middle. I should. Yeah, childishness is beautiful in some ways, but you should also be able and willing to take responsibility always. And to care for yourself, not to be dependent on the care of others, like I do, in terms of or chaos or order, tidiness in my room, and I also still need to pay to do the taxes, to do the paperwork for the taxation. I have time until 30th of the last day of November, and I still haven't submitted my taxes, done and submitted my tax. I will do it very late. This kind of procrastination also shows that I'm overwhelmed by what I should do, by the duties of life. So now I have to stop because soon it's 15 minutes. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm working on my structure. I'm working on becoming a more structured and responsible person, and independent, and caring for myself. So I have to stop now. Bye.